and you are the expert. Libra, great job, because this means that a lot of you have found peace. You need to get clear on your path. Before we get started today, I want to take a moment to acknowledge that this is a difficult and dark time in the world for many of us right now. And I am coming into all of these readings with that understanding and awareness. And nothing that is shared here is intended to mitigate whatever else might be going on in your life at the moment. I see tarot as a way to empower oneself to be able to see things more clearly and know exactly where to take action when maybe the next best step isn't so clear. So with that, we will get into our readings for this month. Thank you. Libra! Welcome to your April reading, but of course this message is for you anytime you find it.
As always, we'll be using our classic Mystic Compass spread, starting here at the north. This card will represent the area of your life that has to do with housing, finances, career, etc. And then we've got an action item to follow. Over here to the east, we've got our thoughts, mindset, focus, dreams, as well as an action item to complement. Down here at the south, we've got our passions, our belief systems, anything that gets us really fired up, that gets us going, and our motivation, as well as a corresponding action item. Over here to the west, we've got our feelings and emotions, anything that is touching us in a deep emotional way, as well as an action item that corresponds. Finally, we've got one card in the center to tie everything together to show us what exactly we are looking at as the main point of the reading of this month and how everything is interconnected.
Let's start here with the north, see what's in store for you in terms of your housing, finances, and career. It could also be health related. Starting out with our Seven of Wands. I think this one came up for you before, Libra. You're trying to navigate steps and your path, and it's not very clear to you which way is which. You're trying to maintain a path that is in integrity and that of which you are passionate. However, you're just finding it a little bit hard right now, and it's looking like, and that's true for this area of your life, of the housing, finances, career, and it's almost like the path, like it's taking more time than what you thought it would, even though it doesn't have to take a long time. It could be quick. Let's see what your action item is here to give you some direction as to where you're going. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, Libra. This is someone who is fully in control of their housing, their finances, their career. This person understands strategy, not just the day-to-day, the workload itself. And so while you're on this path of figuring that out, a lot of you are needing guidance in the form of role models or mentors. So your homework assignment in this area of your life, Libra, is to look for a mentor who, someone who is further along in their career possibly, or just who has more knowledge than you do. This could also be a formal schooling. Some of you might need to go back to school or maybe a professional certificate program. But that is going to help you along your path. It's going to help make things a little more clear, because not only will you learn the information that you need to, you're also going to be making the connections that are needed. Others of you need to step into that leadership role. You've already done years, decades for some of you worth of work in your fields, and you are the expert. So it's now time for you to take on that leadership role, for you to start teaching others, for you to become an entrepreneur. A lot of you are thinking about entrepreneurship, but there's a lot that goes into that. So maybe you're just not sure if that's really your right path. And this is the invitation for you to go full into the entrepreneurship. This is your path. There's some, regardless of which situation applies to you, this is something that you're all needing to make a shift, Libra. Something has to give, and it's going to give in the form of you making a shift, and that's what's going to advance you along further. Let's see what we have for you over to the east. So this is our air element and things of the mind. This is thoughts, focus, and dreams. And we've got the magician. So some of you are thinking about what tools you need for this path. Some of you are thinking about what your next steps really are and where it is that you need to go. And many of you already have the tools that you need, but like I said, some of you are needing to go back to school, or need to. Do you need to? It would behoove you to go back to school. So it would be helpful to you if you did that. Now, some of you also are just looking for a magic pill to fix everything. Like, if I just had this one thing, everything would be better. And that's not necessarily going to happen. I'm being honest. Some of you have recently started your journey in a new, it could be in a new field or in a new place, but or you're on a new path of thinking, a new way of thought, and you're just now starting to get the resources that you need, and you're thinking about, okay, what are the resources I have, and what are the next things that I'm going to need moving forward. Let's see what is your next action item here to help figure out your direction. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, Libra. Some of you are not very clear on your path. We've already discussed that, but you need to get clear on your path, because not being clear on your path allows room for others to influence you where you may not need that influence. There might be someone who tricks you into paying a great sum of money, or someone who is pretending to look out for your best interests, but really they're just looking to make a quick dollar. You need to go into this path with both eyes wide open and really see where it is that you're headed, and see things for what they truly are. So you need to quickly be able to discern if something is real or fake. And I know that's something that a lot of you have been thinking about, but creating more direction for yourself and not letting yourself be swindled by others quickly will be helpful for you on this path. Also, implementing the tools that you've already learned, because a lot of you do already have tools that you've learned through over the years, and that's going to help you tremendously on this journey. Let's see what we have for you down at the south. This is your spirituality, your connection to the divine, God, the universe, etc. We've got Temperance. This is calm after the storm. This is peace. So Libra, great job, because this means that a lot of you have found peace and understanding and a sense of home and community and a sense of belonging in your spirituality, in your spiritual practices, in your spiritual groups. So this is really great. That's I'm seeing that what maybe you feel is lacking in other areas of your life, like housing and finances, or in your dreams and thoughts, is actually balanced out here in your spirituality. So it's really great for so many of you. I'm so excited for you. Let's see what your action item is over here. 4 of Pentacles. We got a lot of Pentacles coming out. There's Libra, for you this month, there's a huge focus on the tangible. So how can you make your spiritual practices or your spiritual beliefs more tangible? Does that mean, and specifically here, how can you be less greedy about them? So if you've gained a lot from your spiritual practices, why would you not want to share that with other people? Because sharing it with other people is not going to take anything away from you. This is only going to enhance your own practices and deepen and advance your practices more. So I can see there's a little bit of a retrogression here because we've gone from King of Pentacles to 5 and now to 4. And that's indicative of moving backwards, which from what I'm seeing, is associated with fear. So it could be a fear of losing what you've already gained. It could be a fear of not being able to progress further. But opening yourself up to continuing that balance of your spirituality along with these other areas of your life is super important and will only help you in the long run. Let's see what we have for you at the West, Libra. This is your feelings and emotions. 6 of Pentacles. More Pentacles. More Pentacles. There's a lot of feelings, Libra, around reciprocity, giving and receiving. So some of you are probably feeling like you're not getting everything that you've been putting out into the world. Some of you are feeling like you're giving too much and other people aren't giving enough back to you. Some of you are feeling like you're receiving too much and you're not giving enough to others, or any combination of that. But there's a feeling of balance and reciprocity that's not happening here. So let's see what is your action item. That'll give us a better picture. 2 of Wands. Where are you planting seeds that are going to grow into spiritual advancements and emotional advancements? Where are you planting emotional seeds? Are you giving to causes? Are you giving of your time and money and other resources to causes that you actually care about? Or are you just giving for the sake of giving to something? Being emotionally tied to the recipient of your generosity will create a more fulfilling sensation emotionally for you. Also, how can you be involved more and in a new way? Could you help, and maybe instead of just donating money, you're actually organizing volunteer events? Or maybe instead of just volunteering or just donating money one time, you're able to create a trust, like a trust fund. Maybe you're able to expand the network of others who are able to give and create an educational program or a marketing scheme about this area that you're passionate about, and constantly giving to yourself, so that others can learn about it and others will be more likely to give as well. There are so many different options here, Libra, and this doesn't have to be a huge thing. You can start small. You can start really small. But what's one thing that you care about? Do you care about climate control? Do you care about ecosystems? Do you care about animal rights? Do you care about human rights? Pick one. Even in animal rights and human rights, there are so many subcategories. So are you caring about displacement? Are you caring about immigration? Are you caring about refugees? Are you caring about clean water? Are you caring about economic stability? Pick one area that you want to focus on and start small. And you'll find that giving and receiving element is going to start to grow. And the more you give, the more you receive, the more you receive, the more you give. And it's working in and of itself. You have to decide how much you're willing to give at any given time, and how much you're expecting to receive. And how much you're expecting to receive might not be the amount that others are willing to give. So there's a whole song and dance that has to go along with this process. But it's a learning process for everyone. Let's see what's your final card tying everything together this month, Libra. 3 of Pentacles. Teamwork, working together towards a common goal. Dedication, everyone working together on an actual in a meaningful way. This is fantastic. So this is your whole this is what's tying everything together. You don't have to do anything alone, Libra. You can find the other people that are also working on the same things as you, or who are as invested in the projects that they're working on as you are, to build something that's greater than yourselves, build something that is helpful for all of society, not just a few people here and there. This is amazing. So find your people. Find the people that are willing to actually do the work, not just the people that agree with you on something, but the people that are actually working on something with you and who are dedicated to making the world a better place. All right, Libra, thank you so much. I will see you next time. Bye. Please be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for a fuller picture of your month ahead. Thank you. Bye.